I'm going to give you 4 reasons why Tennessee is building a dynasty on the trail. So I'd like to think because of 2 decades of service covering the Vols, everybody knows that I'm not just going to have recency bias and tell you that this class is going to be amazing and Tennessee's recruiting is through the roof just because they picked up a couple commitments in the last 2 days. But what I will tell you is I believe firmly that Josh Heupel is on the verge of building a long-lasting dynasty as opposed to just a team that can load up in 2024 or 2025 and win a championship. I think there's more than that. I'm going to give you reasons why. And Caleb, you tell me what you think. Cooper Mays, what should we do?
Cooper Mays here. Hit like and subscribe.
Do it.
Tennessee center Cooper Mays here. 3rd down.
Well.
Wait, 3rd down? What type of downs are we doing here, Dave?
I hit the wrong button. Fat fingers. David Sanders, a favorite to UT.
Yes, I think he's going to land at Tennessee. Now, I didn't think that about a week ago, but that's going to be a big one. And look, we're talking about Tennessee at number 5 now. We're going to talk about them in the number 2 to number 3 range before this is all said and done.
Maybe before the end of the week. When does Sanders go again? If you know off the top of your head,
it's in I think the 2nd week of August, so we got a little bit of time before he commits.
Yeah. Okay. By then, I think Tennessee could be in the top 3.
Cooper Mays here. 2nd down.
Onis Konambani has the Vols in the top 2. 4-star cornerback. Thoughts?
I'm pretty sure he's committing to Tennessee. He's a 4-star cornerback. Most experts have him going to Tennessee. He's down to Tennessee and Florida State. Look, I again, not culture, but not NIL either. I think Tennessee's going to win recruiting battles against Florida State for South Carolina kids going forward because I think Florida State's going to have some trouble being stuck in the ACC right now with those TV deals. That they're desperate to get out of there. And if you're a recruit, Dave, do you really want to go to that toxic situation where there's the school that's playing at a conference that they clearly don't want to be in? They're making clear they don't want to be in, and there's going to be so much drama until they get out of there.
No, that's worse than a coach on a hot seat to me, because the coach on a hot seat could at least convince me and I'm looking him in the eyes and I can get a feel for him. But there's powers that be that are these guys are worth billions of dollars. They're not going to talk to me, the 17-year-old football player, to let me know if my team's going to be in the conference that I want to play in 5 years from now. I mean,
yes, exactly.
Don Self, State Farm customer service still matters. For 40 years, they built their business on taking care of their customers. The greater Chattanooga area, call 423-396-2126, 423-396-2126, or go to donself.net. It's right below donself.net. What down, Coop?
Tennessee center Cooper Mays here. 3rd down.
Tennessee close to picking up Darren Smith. He is expected to announce on Tuesday. Should be the Vols, not the highest rated prospect on Tennessee's list, but still a significant pickup. And the Vols have proven they've been able to develop defensive tackles in particular and defensive linemen. That's been a real strong suit for Tennessee.
Yeah, and this is one of those that I think he's underrated. I mean, it stands out that Ohio State wants him so badly too. And so I think Darren Smith is a kid that is I think there's a very good chance that he ends up developing into a very reliable player. Rodney Garner's been going after him hard. I trust Rodney Gardner. Also, it's that St. Francis Academy in Baltimore. Tennessee has a decent pipeline there. Dominic Bailey's from there. And also, you want to build DMV connections. So I do think that
the DMV, for those that don't know,
DC, Maryland, Virginia is what that is, guys. And so, yeah, I think that you want to build those connections. And I do think that a guy like Darren Smith would be a great pickup for that reason. But I also think he could end up being very good.
Yeah. And we haven't even talked about the highest rated prospect that shows that Tennessee could be building a dynasty on the trail. The highest rated prospect is brought to you by the Hemp House. They bring you the highest rated prospect. Caleb, the highest rated, brought to you by the Hemp House, the premier hemp dispensary.
I get it. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. With a wide variety, great selection, and strict standards to ensure you only receive the best in CBD or Delta products. Hemp House Chat with 2Ts.com. Hemp House Chat with 2Ts.com. Use the promo code HOOKED for 10% off. That's the promo code HOOKED. And then this is down the line and it may not happen, but it never hurts to have a 5-star quarterback say, I love you. and I might just commit to you.
All SEC center Cooper Mays here. 4th down.
As we wrote about last week, Faison Brandon appears to be headed towards the Vols, and he is the top-rated prospect in the 2026 class. The line of quarterbacks, recruiting-wise, has really never been better. I'm trying to think back. If all these let's say Faison ends up signing with Tennessee, when have they had a better run of quarterback prospects? Now, Caleb, I'm not talking about how they ended up playing, okay? Because you and I got a little confused on the Georgia prospect question. I'm just talking about they come rolling in with these stars. When's the last time Tennessee's been on a run like this?
I mean, I can't remember. The only thing that I could, and it was not back. See, the reason it's hard was back in the day, you didn't take a quarterback in every class. So
coaches always wanted to, but you're right. Because when you heard it, you're like, oh, what good quarterback would want to play behind somebody?
Yeah. So the closest I could think, and again, not every class, but from 91 through 2000, I mean, Heath Schuler was a blue chip. Brandon Stewart was a blue chip. Peyton Manning was a blue chip. T. Martin was a blue chip. And Casey Clausen was a blue chip. Like, those were all like highly, highly touted recruits that everybody wanted when they went to
those aren't overlap. Wait, those are barely overlapping.
Yeah, I know they are not overlapping. I can't think of one overlapping. That's what I'm considering.
T was a 4. Are you including him?
I'm considering T. Yeah, because both Alabama schools wanted him badly, and they were very bad when he went to Tennessee.
So that's the only overlap, right?
Yeah, you're right.
The difference to me right now is you got a Merklinger who comes, but there's a Nico, and then you've got the kid out of Middle Tennessee who's coming despite having a Merklinger and a Nico, and now you got Faison coming despite having all 3 of them.
Okay, what about this? Okay, here's one, and this is kind of funny to name them, but you're gonna laugh. Okay.
No, I think I know exactly who you're gonna say.
Tyler Bray, 2010.
No, I was going back further.
Okay, here we go. Tyler Bray, 2010. Justin Worley, 2011. He was a highly touted prospect, Justin Worley was. Okay. And then in 2013, Nathan Peterman, 2012. Another highly touted prospect. And then in 2013, Riley Ferguson and Josh Dobbs. That's the closest. This one's better. There's nothing.
But what about? Do you remember the AJ Suggs, Tim Rattay, Casey Clausen? Did they all come in at the same time, or am I messing up my years?
AJ Suggs was a year before he redshirted. In 99, he was a redshirt in 99, so that's why Joey Matthews was the backup. Tim Rattay, I believe, was in the 2000 class, but I don't quote me on that. No, was he 99? I'm not sure, but even that, Dave, that you're right. That doesn't compete with this run.
Well, no, it doesn't. But it's kind of like your guys are the highest rated ones. My guys are the overlapping ones. But we can't come up with a time in Tennessee history that they've overlapped this highly rated.
What about Eric Ainge, Brent Schaefer, Jonathan Crompton? 04. Eric Ainge and Schaefer in 04. Crompton in 05. And then BJ Coleman, who David Cutcliffe fell in love with in 06, who was a 4-star.
But still, we're talking about just recruits. But he was a 4-star? Yeah. He was a 4-star?
Yeah, he was a 4-star.
And AJ ended up, you're right, me drinker, at Georgia Tech and had a good career. So I would say that's the most comparable.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because let's remember, by some people, Crompton was a 5-star, not as highly rated as Nico, but he was there were times where people thought he was higher rated than Peyton Manning because the rating systems weren't in place. So that's a pretty good quarterback run, but this one may be better. These are all highly. This
is the best one. There's not a close second. This is the best one.
It's insane.
But Bray, Worley, Ferguson, and Peterman, that was a pretty good run. So you had Bray in 2010, Justin Worley in 2011, Nathan Peterman in 2012, Riley Ferguson and Josh Dobbs in 2013. I mean, whatever you want to say, Tyler Bray, Josh Dobbs, and Nathan Peterman all have NFL money.
Yeah, but we're talking about recruits.
But they were all highly touted prospects.